Hello, Internet, and welcome to the Just the Tip podcast. My name is Thomas. On the podcast, we have Jeremy,
Hello.
Josh,
Yo.
and Johnny.
Hiya.
Got a lot of things to talk about on the podcast this week. Obviously, the big news in the industry is Microsoft's 180 on their DRM and always-on policies. So, probably start off with that.
Oh yeah, what
Yeah.
what happened with that? Once again, I don't know anything, so.
Well, let's start from the beginning. Basically, Xbox One was announced, and it had a shit ton of DRM, which, basically made you want to check in once every 24 hours on the internet,
Oh yeah,
which
that's right.
some people didn't have, so they were kind of pissed about that, like sort of the military people. And it was also, if you wanted to sort of sign in on your account on someone else's Xbox, it was like once every hour. And you also couldn't trade, sell, or do anything with used games unless the developers gave you strict permission to do so. And if you give your game to someone else, you can only do that once, and then that's it. The copy's theirs forever, and they can't trade it or anything. And now they've took all that back.
So it's
That's
just like
great.
the online thing is just like the Xbox 360 at this point, right?
Exactly, yeah,
Oh.
just like it is now.
Though they said that's only first-party games. The third-party
Oh,
games
yeah.
have yet to say what they're going to do. Like people like Bethesda and Ubisoft and everything, they have yet to say what they're going to do.
Yeah, I think they might just keep it where they'll give the developers the say to whether they want to, like, give them the used game sale or something like that. I think they might just keep it like the original way they intended for the third-party developers anyway.
Yeah. Also, another news today, they came out and said the Xbox One is not shipping with a headset.
Really?
What?
Yeah. I don't know, like,
Why?
why not?
Can you use the old headset from the Xbox 360?
They have not
You probably
said
can.
whether it's compatible, actually, from what I've read. Now, I could be way wrong on that.
Let me just
But I've been
get
looking
a-
at that. Like, they showed the design of the headset, and it's pretty similar to the original Xbox 360 headset, because they had to redesign when, like, the Elite model came out, that first black model.
Yeah.
They redesigned the
Yeah.
headset when that came out, but the new headset looks and should function more like the old one, but obviously with better audio software and everything to actually be better.
Oh,
And then
there's a picture right here of the bottom of the Xbox One controller. It's a completely different thing.
Oh, I was just going to say, can you show me that? Because the one I just linked there was a pretty crappy image. It was just the back, and you can sort of see the bottom.
Yeah, no.
They
there's,
probably got some
there's
sort of
one
new
on Google
connector.
Images, Xbox One headset. It's like really close.
Ooh.
It shows the bottom of the controller, and it looks like an HDMI thing, like mini.
HDMI Mini.
Hmm.
That is. They've still got it. Oh, the headset looks terrible. Oh, that's looking weird. Yep, that's like a USB with the two prongs on the side. That's weird. That's going to go in the link dump if we have a link dump. I don't know, but yep.
Very well.
Somebody, yeah, we'll
Fair
probably
enough.
do a link dump.
yeah, I'll send you
Gotcha.
guys the link to that IGN article I read.
Yeah.
And that's where I got
That
that
is.
from.
That's going to annoy a couple of people.
Yeah, well, I was going to get a Turtle Beach anyway, because I really like the Turtle Beaches for the money.
Yeah, they're not too bad to be fair. I've got like the ones I'm using right now with the X12s. They're not too bad. They're all right.
Yeah, that's
They're
what I'm
decent
using
for
too.
Xbox gaming. But do you find with yours that like say you wear them for like 2 hours or 3 hours in a row, it starts to hurt your ears because it's like really clasps at them?
Oh yeah, I know.
A little bit.
I know there were these crappy ones I got from Walmart that were branded Turtle Beach and they were $30, but they worked just fine for me. They were awesome.
Do you have the, were they white on the outside?
They were white.
That's probably the
The
XL.
X11s.
Yeah, or the XL.
XL1, sorry. Yeah,
whites
they
too.
rebranded it, yeah.
And then, but like I tried the XP like 150 or whatever model at Best Buy, blew me away. If I had the money, I'd buy it, but it's like $200.
Damn.
Yeah. A little
Headsets
crazy.
do get ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, they really
There's
do.
there's like a pair of this sort of a display model, what are they called? Sennheiser PC360s in this shop called Novatech around by me. And they have got like, sort of like, the ear cups on the headsets? They've got sort of like this carpet around them. And it's pretty much like carpet, but it's putting it on your head. It's like fucking silk cloth over your head. It's so good. Such a nice headset. I don't want to know how much it costs, but it's a beautiful headset.
That sounds awesome.
Mm. So Thomas, you have a couple of things to say about a certain film you went to see, don't you?
Oh well, wait. You mean the World War Z one?
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, whatever. Yeah, there's more than
So
one.
I've been in the last 2 weeks. I've seen a lot of movies. I went and saw This Is the End. 2 weekends now. Let me double check my dates.
Well, you've seen it twice, or do you
This
mean
is
you
the
saw
end
it
I
2
saw
weekends ago?
Friday night last week.
Ah, right, okay.
Wait,
Okay.
Weird movie. Good. If you like Seth Rogen humor, I would endorse it. It was not what I was expecting, but still very good. And then, more importantly, this weekend I went and saw World War Z. And as a guy who has not read the books, I know there's been a lot of press about, it took a lot of the aspects of the books without, just took them out.
yeah.
It was still
Yeah.
a good story, and it actually had me interested throughout the whole thing, and I liked it. But, to each his own. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but that's what I thought.
I haven't seen it yet, but I have read the book, so I'm a little bit sort of skeptical about how good it's going to be. I mean, I want to know. Well, no, I want to view it as a film in itself and not a thing with the book. If I can look past that, which I hope I can, then I should be golden.
Yeah, for me, since I've never read the book, it's the same kind of thing with the this is pretty unrelated, but the Ender's Game movie that's coming out in the future. I love that book. I've probably read it about 10 times, and if they deviate from it, I'm probably gonna automatically hate the movie.
Well, that's like the pinnacle of science fiction right there. Like one of the, it helped define what the twist is, in a story. Like in terms of science fiction anyway.
Yeah.
What is that about? Is that about I've seen a couple of screenshots and people talking about it on Reddit, and is it about children doing something?
It's about
like that?
it's about this child genius who literally helps the Earth military. He is like the commander of a fleet.
Oh, he's like an elite strategist or something, is he?
He's what?
Do we want to get too much
Like an
into
elite
the
strategist?
spoiler about that? I mean, the book's really old, but
Oh yeah, let's not really. I've never read it or anything, so I don't really know what it's about.
I don't know if we should spoil it, just because I'm sure a lot of people haven't read it. And
yeah, all I can
the
say is
movie's
this: it's
coming
got
out
Harrison
soon.
Ford, so go
Sweet.
see it.
Should
But
be good.
I think he was a good. What's that character's name? I'm drawing a blank. But he
Han
looked like
Solo?
wasn't it? He was a good. I think a good cast for the character, but we'll see once the movie's out. Because I thought Superman Returns was going to be awesome, and then it kind of went. But
Harrison Ford, he was the guy who did the Star Wars and the Indiana Jones.
oh yeah,
Man,
yeah, he's awesome.
Is
Is he
great.
still a big name? Because I know he used to be
Oh, yeah.
carry a lot of momentum,
I'd say so, yeah.
90s, early 2000.
Yeah, he's still a big name.
Yeah.
He's just old now. I'm looking at his pictures of him now on Wikipedia. He is 70.
Yeah, he's quite old, but he's still rather cool.
So sorry, I'm
He does seem like kind of
spacing
like
out.
a
I'm
badass.
reading an article about the future of Halo, and it literally says nothing.
Oh, I think I might be the only one who's not fussed on Halo, the new one that's announced. I really don't care anymore.
Oh, yeah, like Halo 4, everybody says it was an amazing game, and I'm interested in the story and the campaign, but I just couldn't play it like I could play the other ones.
Yeah, I was sort of the same as
ever
well.
since Halo
I just wanted to
3
get the
went
story
down.
over and get it done with.
Like, Halo, I kind of, lost interest after 3. Once the end, I just kind of, lost interest with the entire thing. I thought Reach's campaign was fine, but I didn't like the multiplayer aspect or anything, and Halo 4 I just did not care for at all.
Yeah, I liked.
Yeah,
I liked the
Sorry,
Reach
carry on.
campaign in that it would take so long to max out your level on online.
Yeah.
I got up to I want to say Field Marshal, and quit. I tried to get up to Noble,
Man.
but I
didn't
didn't
even. I
make it.
literally
I think
didn't
I
even
got
know
up to,
the ranks on
Lieutenant
there.
or something.
And it's crazy. You have to have so many million credits or experience points to get up past General 4, and that
Yeah,
took me
it's-
so long.
Yeah,
It's
Holy
really
crap! I
ridiculous.
played nearly I got 23,000 kills, I think, and I played I want to say 2,500 games.
In Halo Reach.
Yeah, and Reach.
God damn.
That was the first game I bought. I had a console to play multiplayer on. And that was- it
you
was-
were a late starter to the consoles, were you?
Well, I was always a PS2 guy, PlayStation PS2
right,
kid.
yeah.
But I live in the middle of nowhere on a farm, so we never had really good internet until I went
I
to
see.
college.
Yeah.
Because on the rural areas, they haven't got fiber optics, or up until I think I was 16, we didn't even have DSL. We were on dial-up, which let me tell
dial-up.
you is.
I remember
one-
dial-up
oh,
well.
geez, it was so bad. And then
Yeah.
I went to college and I had high-speed internet, and it just blew my mind. So I finally bought a Xbox my sophomore year, and then had Halo Reach, and I just went to town.
See, the thing is with Halo Reach is compared to Halo 3, I hated the physics on it. Like, you couldn't jump as high, just the combat system was different, and
Well, that was kind of the point. I mean, you weren't as powerful as Master Chief because you were a different type of Spartan.
yeah, I just didn't like that.
Well, ODST was far different, too. I mean, you were just a straight-up human in ODST.
Yeah, I hated ODST.
ODST was shit.
Yeah, ODST
yeah, it was total shit.
I bought that game because it came with all the map packs for Halo 3.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was originally supposed to be a DLC that kind of became its own campaign.
Yeah, I was like super excited for that game, and it came out, and I was like, oh, this game's not
Yeah,
that
it was
fun.
very underwhelming, I think.
It really was.
Yeah.
It just wasn't epic at all, like Halo usually is. Like, even Halo 4 was still a pretty epic. Like, I mean, the Didact bullshit, that came out of nowhere, but it was still kind of, like, pretty cool, pretty out there, and then
Yeah, it was
ODST
awesome.
was just like, eh.
Yeah, if you hadn't read the expanded universe stuff in Halo 4, you were probably a little lost.
A little bit.
Because,
I read, like, a couple of the books. I didn't read, like, all the Forerunner things, but, like, is it the Ghosts of Onyx that's supposed to be based on Halo 4, or Halo 4 is supposed to be based on it, rather?
Oh,
Something like that. It's
I
the
never
same
read
planet
that.
or
Ghosts of
something like that?
Onyx is, I think, Blue Team, right?
I have
They're
no idea.
trapped in a shield world like the one he was in,
Ah, right.
but it was a different one. And I played Spartan Ops. I really love the story, I gotta say.
I never played any of those. I mean, I heard, like,
You
there
should
was,
go watch
like,
the
story
videos on
chapters and stuff.
YouTube. They've got the episodes up. The episodes, the animation quality is like Halo 4 quality. It's crazy, awesome.
Really?
And it's a really well-told story that is about a 45-minute movie. And it has no Master Chief. It's all about the other ancillary characters. Like, it's got Lasky has some great moments.
Oh, wait,
you
you're
get-
talking about the Machinima one? The Machinima Prime thing?
No,
No,
the
no, I
Spartan
think
Ops,
you
like
mean
you
the,
play it on
Oh,
the
just
game.
Spartan Ops? Oh.
Yeah, like there was
Yeah.
always a video before you got into the episodes. Like each week had a new episode, and then you played the missions. Those episodes were awesome.
When people said, like, they add episodes and stuff, like, I literally thought it was just some shitty in-game cutscene. Like, I didn't actually know that there was a proper sort of full-on movie kind of thing.
Yeah, you should definitely go up on YouTube and check it out, because
I think I will. I'm gonna have to actually
if you know
watch
the
that.
Halo
That sounds
story
pretty
at
cool.
all, it blew my mind for like how they changed the game. And if they use this storyline going into Halo 5, I'm going to be extremely excited for the game.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't even want to go there because some of you guys are probably going to go watch it, but it was awesome.
Yeah, I think I am. So is it, does the story in these Spartan Ops things happen after Halo 4?
Yes,
Or is it a prequel
it
thing?
is, I think, 6 months after the end of Halo 4. Like, humanity's still on Requiem, the Forerunner planet, and they're still studying it and trying to drive out the Covenant, who have regrouped and, redug in after Master Chief left. And then they're trying to root
Does it
him out.
explain what happened to Master Chief? Because he doesn't really show what happened at the end of Halo 4, does it?
He-
He's just on the bridge and he's just sort of like,
Yeah. Halsey's in this, and she finds out that John isn't dead. But she didn't
Yeah.
know. She didn't know that, and it's a really great moment.
Oh, yeah, because the thing is, if you read the books, you know about the whole Halsey-John thing, and, yeah, that was
like
awesome.
her relationship with John is like, kind of
Wasn't-
mother-son relationship, kind of.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, like, wasn't she, like, sort of the person who, quote-unquote, raised him, like, during his training
She didn't
and
just
stuff
raise
like that?
him, she also picked him, and she thought he was the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best.
At least the best leader. Obviously, some of the other Spartans had better,
The whole
capabilities.
thing with Master Chief was that he was super lucky.
Oh yeah, he's fallen in on 2 planets from outer space, lived both times without a scratch.
YOLO.
That's pretty awesome.
So I'm looking up. This is, no, man, that's not relevant, but anyway.
No, go on.
So okay, so this is going way back. So on Halo Reach, I only made it to Commander Grade 1.
That's respectable. I mean, I'm gonna see if I can get on. Which site would have that? Waypoint.
I just Bungie.com. That's
Yeah, I played it after Bungie quit, so I gotta see what my most recent stats are. Because I was trying to get my KD back up to 1, because when I got the game, I shared my room and console with a roommate who liked to drink and play games when he was drunk.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, well, it was hilarious to watch him, but he really screwed my
To
KD.
see that KD
a
go
lot.
down.
Oh yeah, when I got that summer my KD was like 0.6.
Oh, see, I've never
And that
been-
was after, like, I was into the Commanders at that point, so getting my KD up after that was just a straight bitch. And I'm
That's probably
almost
my
up to
KD is usually.
I'm almost up to 1 again on that game. It took forever because that guy was terrible.
I was never very concerned with KD. Because my strategy is kill as many people as I can in a life, so that's why I suck at Call of Duty so bad. I have a ton of kills, but I have even more deaths.
I'm always an
I used to
objective
be
guy,
hyper
but
on my KD ratio used to be like my everything when I was playing like Call of Duty 4. That was like my one thing. It wasn't even that good. It was probably like 1.8 maximum, and I was like, that is so good. It was like the thing I clung to.
For me,
Oh,
you kind
God.
of just turn into a robot.
I was gonna say, did your mic like get a little nudged out of its jack?
Yeah, you
No,
no, you're not
Now
a
you're
robot.
good.
Yeah,
Now you're good.
you turn
I think
into
it's
a
your
It might
robot.
be my internet
That'll
connection.
be cool.
Yeah,
It sounded a
fine
little
'cause it's
echoey,
local.
but
Don't you know all Welsh people are robots?
Yes, they are. We're
On the
cyborgs
inside.
sent from the future. I'm a cyborg with a heart of gold. Like literally gold.
Like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But your heart's a robot.
Yep.
Waypoint doesn't have my stats. I call bullshit.
Well, you know, I never liked Waypoint. I thought it was a terrible program. Don't like it.
On the Xbox
Yep.
or on the internet?
Both.
On the Xbox,
Both.
oh, I agree. I hated that.
Yeah, I haven't played it since I've done any of the updates. I haven't been on it since, I don't know, a few months ago. So they probably made changes to it, but yeah, speaking of Bungie, I'm pretty excited for Destiny.
Oh,
Destiny.
yes.
Looks
From
good.
what I saw of the gameplay, I thought it kind of reminded me of like Borderlands. I think I said this the last time we talked, but it did. I got a vibe of Borderlands from it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, I
thinking
can
like a cross of like Halo and Borderlands almost, I guess. In terms
Oh,
of the
it
look,
definitely
the
looks
look
like
and
an
feel to
interesting
it.
Is it an RPG or is it like Halo where it's follow the place and shoot people?
It looks
no
like
idea.
a kind of in middle of the road game, like kind
It
of
has
like
to
a
be
Mass
open world.
Effect was, you know. That's what it looks like to me. You know, it had a little aspect of being a shooter, but it was still an RPG at its core.
Oh,
But
All we can do is speculate at the moment.
yeah,
yeah.
That's really it.
Looks good though.
Yeah. See, when the Halo 5 trailer dropped, I really thought they were showing Destiny.
Wait,
and
there's
then-
a Halo 5 trailer?
Well,
Yeah.
it was at E3. We
Oh
talked about this
man, I
last
did
time,
not
didn't
see anything.
we? Yeah, I will link you that.
Well, you know,
And-
whatever, not right now. But one thing I am excited about, I just saw this on an ad on YouTube, is PlanetSide 2 is coming to PS4. Which, that game is awesome, and that is awesome that it's coming to a console.
What
I
is
couldn't
that?
get into it.
It's like a MMO shooter. There's thousands of people in a game at a time. And
That sounds crazy.
it's
The
just,
map
it's just an
itself
all-out
is
war.
fucking huge. It's ridiculous. The game itself is absolutely gigantic.
Yeah, and the fact that it's coming to PS4 just makes me want PS4 all the more.
I hope
Yeah,
it
I'm
does
probably
well.
gonna get on. That sounds good. I'm interested in that. Do you guys see that?
does-
What's the name of it? The one where they you can like create a world off a smart glass tablet or whatever on the game
Oh,
itself.
that was Project Spark, wasn't it? For the Xbox
That's
One.
what it was.
Exclusive. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it
I
looked
like the
interesting.
fact that he sort of in the demo they showed the guy was sort of like moving terrain underneath him. He was like surfing on it, and reminding me of like Frozone from The Incredibles.
Yes.
So it was pretty cool.
There's talk about an Incredibles 2 finally happening. About freaking time.
Wait,
It's
Incredible
actually
2?
happening, is it?
Wait.
There's some rumors going around that because of all the superhero stuff now, they're like realizing they should have made a sequel a while ago.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember at the end of the first movie they had a teaser, and it never came out.
Yeah, and seriously, I want a movie with Frozone. He was awesome. I want that character.
It was a pretty good movie, to be fair. The first
Oh
one.
yeah, it was
I did enjoy
one
it.
of the best superhero movies I've ever watched, and it was animated. Who knew?
What
I
about
was not a fan.
What about the
Ah.
original Hulk? I'm joking, the movie sucked.
That was a movie.
Yeah.
Is anyone else excited for Monsters Inc. University? Whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, 'cause
I've
I
heard some
love
good reviews
Monsters, Inc.
actually. That it's very different from their normal stuff. Like there's no like sadness to it, and you're like, there's no I don't
No
know what the best way
suicide
to
pacts
say
or
it.
anything.
Yeah, nothing like like Toy Story 3 had some pretty tear-jerking stuff,
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
god
yeah.
damn, I cried
and
like
this
a bitch
movie's
on that
like
film.
all comedy
Okay.
because it's a college movie, and so it's a little different from what they've normally done.
Oh,
They've had-
so they're turning Monsters Inc. into whatchamacallit, American Pie, right? That's what's happening.
for kids. I don't
The
know.
first scene's where Sully's jerking off and his hand gets stuck to his dick.
Exactly.
Yeah, and somebody opens the door. Dude, there's a sock
Mike.
on the knob.
Oh man.
But yeah, I think
That's
my
a movie
sisters
I
went
could
to
watch.
see it. I guess I should have asked them what they thought, but I haven't yet. I loved the first one. It was the first movie I went to that was actually sold out. Monsters Inc.
Monsters
It's a
Inc. was
prequel, isn't
great
it, as well,
movie.
the university one?
Yeah.
Monsters Inc. is one of my favorite. DreamWorks is Monsters Inc. Right? Is that Pixar?
Yeah.
Yeah, DreamWorks.
No, no,
Pixar,
yeah,
isn't
I'm
it?
pretty sure it's
No,
DreamWorks.
It's Pixar.
Yeah, that was a
Oh,
great movie.
good movie though. Good movie.
Speaking of movie stuff, I've been to a few recent fan events the last couple weeks. And I was really excited to go. Wanted to share
You
some
meant like
things on there.
200 people, 200 famous people.
Yes, a
Well,
couple famous
more like
people. Just minorly
5.
famous, you know.
Yeah, this is one you might know. Guy in the movies by the name of Boba Fett.
Yeah, he's kind of obscure. You might not know him.
Yeah, you might not know who he is, but he was in Cedar Falls, Iowa, in a little comic book shop for their Star Wars celebration on Father's Day weekend. So I went down there. My dad was in the field, so we couldn't go. He couldn't go, but I got him some stuff there.
Did he have the helmet?
Yes, the Mandalorian Club, like the guys who like do the Mandalorian armor, and like they're like a costuming team or whatever. They were there and like taking pictures and stuff. And Jeremy Bullock is his name. He's a British fellow, and I didn't realize he was. I want to say he was in his 40s and 50s. Somewhere when the movies came out. So he's getting up there.
He was in the 40s.
I think
he
he's
was in his
older than
40s when
Harrison
the
Ford.
movies came out.
40? Oh my god.
I think he's older than Harrison Ford.
Wait, what's
Good
his name?
God.
Jeremy Bullock. And the first thing he said to me is in the Boba Fett voice, without a modulator or anything, just goes, "This one's no good to me dead." And I like lost it. It was awesome. And the comic book shop
That's
had
fucking
like
cool.
this $300 bust of like the chest up, and including the head of the Boba Fett armor. So he was taking pictures with that and with people by it. And I got a really awesome poster that I'm getting framed. And he signed it. And he was just a cool dude. Was
That's
talking
sweet.
to everybody. He stood the whole time.
So,
So
Sit once.
did he just turn up, or was he just supposed to be there, like booked in or what have
It
you?
was a scheduled event.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I think they had that scheduled because that director goes to like all the comic book conventions around. And he had...
Shout out for the phone ringing.
Yeah,
so turns
it's
out
nowhere
Jeremy
near me.
Bullock is 68 at the moment.
I guess he wasn't that
Fair
old.
play.
Something.
The movies were what, 77?
Let's see. It says he was.
What's trying to do on there?
Let's see. In The Empire Strikes Back.
That was.
It was in the
81.
It was 1980. And that's
1980. I was off a year.
Okay.
He didn't even have like much screen time in those movies,
Nope,
did he?
he got
I haven't-
crazy popular because of the movies. He had just
Yeah.
enough screen time where people were like, I want more of this character. And then he was
Yeah.
awesome in the Expanded Universe books. And he's been on Attack of the Clone, or the Clone Wars TV series.
That's
I'm really
the
sad
animated
that
one.
got
isn't it?
Actually,
canceled.
in Star Wars 3, Revenge of the one with
The
Yeah, he was in the
prequels.
prequels.
yeah the prequel. He
To
was
show his origin.
he was Captain Colton, whoever that is. I don't know. I just think it's cool that they brought him back.
Well, no, he was Jango Fett was the primary like assassin dude in Attack of the Clones, which is the second movie of the prequels. He was a clone, like that had been grown by the
The Mandalorian.
Caminos, who
Yeah.
were ordered to do so by a Jedi master like a couple decades before the movies. Then he had a son that was a clone, but he was naturally grown, unlike the other ones, who were like force grown
And
to be
that
soldiers.
was Boba Fett.
And his son was Boba. And then Mace Windu, Samuel Jackson, and cuts off Jango's head. And then Boba picks it up at the end, and then change scene after he picks up the helmet, which was really cool.
And then he turns into Boba Fett. I love that
Yeah.
origin stories like that are good. I love those
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah, I think I have to rewatch those movies because I just that all went over my head.
Yes, it's a lifestyle, just to let you know. So,
Well, they are the prequels, to be fair. They're not
Yeah.
exactly the best movies.
They weren't the
That's true. Yeah. People say that. I saw them because I must have been like 10 or something like that. Well, probably younger than that when they first came out in the cinemas. And because I didn't know about the original Star Wars then, I was like, man, this looks fucking awesome. And it was pretty good. But then I watched the originals except the third, I still haven't seen the third one because everyone just says it's terrible, so I'm not gonna bother watching that one.
I
the first two are
like
really
the
good.
backstory behind it. Like
the execution was
at the
probably
end
not
of
the
the
best.
movie, I liked, except for that one last Darth Vader. No.
Well, they changed that. I have the second cut, like their wide distribution of the '90s VHS, which was basically what had come out in theaters outside of the Greedo Han meeting, and it's probably the best version of the movies because he changed them when they came out on DVD and Blu-ray. And he added in some dialogue, and outside of the visual stuff, all his dialogue choices I think were pretty dumb. They took away parts of the movie, like that thing where he's screaming "No" in Revenge of the Sith. No, Return of the Jedi. I really like that silent. It made the scene more impactful.
That wasn't Return of the Jedi. That was Revenge of the Sith. Or
That's the third prequel. I'm talking third of the original trilogy.
oh,
Return of the Jedi. He when
there was
Luke's
a no in that one.
Luke's getting electrocuted by the Emperor.
Oh,
And originally, Darth Vader just watches in silence. And, there's a little music playing in the back to build it up. But originally, Darth Vader stays silent and then just goes and throws the Emperor down the shaft. But this movie's 40 years old, so no spoilers. But in the new one, the new Blu-ray DVD collection, he added in Darth Vader yelling "No," like the "No" from I want to say Revenge of the Sith.
I didn't like
And
that.
it makes
no.
the scene retarded.
No!
Yeah, it makes the
Hated
scene
that, no.
stupid, and it pissed me off.
I'm sure I heard somewhere that in the Japanese version or something like that, in the subtitles where he says no, it just says "do not want," or something like that.
Yeah.
That's just funny.
But anyway, yeah, that original trilogy was some of the first movies I remember watching on VHS religiously. On top of that was the same time I watched those Mighty Ducks.
No, dude, the Willies religious or Wiggles, not the Willies.
Free Willy.
No.
I loved that movie. I don't even know what the Wiggles are.
You don't know what the Wiggles are. That was me from 3 to 5.
What years were those? Years in the calendar.
I don't know. I could look it up.
I think they were in the early 90s, possibly late.
Because my 90s shows were Batman and Superman and X-Men and Spider-Man.
It was
Yu-Gi-Oh.
years active, 1991 to present.
Really?
Yeah, it's still going on.
I have never heard of those.
It's an interesting show.
I never really
It is a
watched
very
kids
interesting
shows
show.
like that.
I don't like it anymore. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
It was the same. It was the same thing with the prequels. I was a kid, I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about what a good movie is, so I enjoyed them. They were. Yeah. But then
I remember
now
the
I'm
Power Rangers movie blew me away. Did you guys ever see that?
I don't even think I've seen that. No.
Oh man, your childhoods must have sucked without Power Rangers.
I did see one of them. I think once or twice.
Yeah, the original I want to say was '96. The original movie, and then Turbo had a '99 movie.
Did those come out in the cinema or were they
The first
movies
two
for TV?
were cinema. They came out in the movies. And the '96 one did very well because Power Rangers was insanely popular.
I just saw the one where they turned into dinosaurs. That's all I know.
Oh, Dino Thunder. That's the most that was 2-3 years ago. But they brought back Tommy, so it was obviously okay.
Wait, that was 2 or 3 years ago? Maybe I didn't see that one then, because I saw the other when I was super young.
Well, there's in the original, I want to say, movie, there's an eagle, a ape, pterodactyl, tiger. What's the Triceratops? And what's the black one?
Why's it got to be black?
No, he's a black character. I can't remember what his animal was. Well, he was one of the cats, I think. And then the yellow was a saber-toothed tiger or saber-tooth whatever. And then, man, I can't remember what the black ones
How many
was.
Power Rangers were there? I thought there were just 4.
Oh, there's 8 different series.
Oh.
It's been going on since I want to say '93. And they each have a different, there's Power Rangers Zeo,
Okay, I just
Turbo,
looked it up.
Space.
I think I saw the one that was Mystic Force.
Mystic Force, yeah. There's that one. Dino Thunder.
Did they keep all the colours the same, or did they change them throughout the
Mostly
series?
they kept them the same because
Oh,
everybody
they
knows
kept
them.
them the same? Oh,
Yeah.
well then never mind. I probably didn't see that. I don't know what I saw.
I haven't seen the recent ones, so I can't comment on that because I've been into other things. But
Was the Black Ranger in all of them, or was he like just in some of them?
he's in a bunch of different ones. Like they have
Was he a
different
main
colors.
character though?
Yeah, like the original one, the colors were so bad. The Asian chick was yellow, the black guy was the Black Ranger, the smart guy was the blue one, the Native American Indian dude was red.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was kind of, really, we're going there?
I would have done that. That sounds awesome.
But that original Tommy man, Jason, what's his name? Frank something? Man, he's awesome and he's huge. He's an actual MMA fighter.
Frankie Muniz.
I want to say his name's
Pretty sure that was his name.
Frank's. No, it's I don't know.
Sinatra.
He's an MMA fighter, and there's a video of him knocking a guy out in 12 seconds.
Nice.
That sounds
Is he wearing a Power Rangers
and
costume,
he's
or is he
coming
not?
back for the 20th anniversary as both the green and white Rangers in both costumes.
Hmm.
Yeah, because they're doing a 20th anniversary like season, and I just totally list the word anniversary.
Anniversary.
Yeah, that was terrible. I'm sorry.
No need to apologise. It's all good.
Wait, okay, so this is kind of unrelated, but you know how they made like a ton of Power Rangers movies? How many Land Before Time movies did they make?
Oh,
'Cause
that's
two.
a good one. That'd be a great trivia question.
Yeah,
If we did one on like email or like Twitter or something, that'd be great.
it looks like they made 13 of them.
Wow, that's news to me.
Yeah, they made a lot. It was a very popular series.
Yeah, I know my brother loved that. We still have the sheets with dinosaurs on them.
I never saw that movie.
Let's
Yeah,
check out the
anyway.
Wikipedia page. What does it say? Total of 12 direct-to-video musical sequels, including the original, so that would have to be 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I looked it up. I didn't know that off the top of my head.
I'm on Wikipedia right now.
Yeah, that was doing the same thing.
Yep. Huh, the
That's a lot of
original
movies.
in 1988 was produced by George Lucas and Steven Spielberg.
1888.
In 1888. That is impressive.
1988, I'm excused.
I didn't know they had that animation
Man.
capabilities back then. That is,
Hey,
today I learned something cool.
the government
That's
covered it up.
awesome.
Just let you know.
Just like the moon
They
landing.
don't want you to know about the
Oh,
dinosaurs.
I learned something about the moon landing, and I'm a history
The moon
guy.
landing.
It was
The
fake,
moon
right?
landing. There's a spring on their designs for the flag, because obviously they knew the flags would fall down without, a wind source and gravity and everything. It'd just flop around and look basically retarded without something holding them out, to show that this is an American flag.
America.
So they had a spring thing that would come out of the pole to actually hold it rigid. On the ride up, it actually got bent. So that's why the flag looks like it's rippling in the photos, is because of that spring being bent.
Ah.
Yeah.
Made the
I
photos
didn't
all the
know
better,
that.
though.
Well, and it also, that bending a spring provided one of the biggest controversies ever.
Yep. Massive conspiracies.
Really?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because the
Massive.
flag was waving?
Oh yeah, there's no wind in space.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I had no idea that was actually part of the design of the flag.
Maybe that's just what they want you to think. Maybe it wasn't part of the
Yeah,
design.
maybe it's what they
Government's
want you
just
to
trying
think,
to keep
dude.
us questions.
Let-
I go
let's
there.
move
I don't
away
wanna
right
piss
now.
people off. That's a little
Yeah, let's move
recent.
away.
The new Red
Recent?
versus Blue is pretty awesome.
I might be the only one here who doesn't watch Red vs. Blue. I think I said this last time.
No, you didn't.
There was a great is this too soon moment with Caboose. It was awesome.
There
Oh,
was.
yeah. I actually saw that today.
I
Yeah.
didn't see episode 2. I looked at it yesterday, and it was still an hour left for only sponsors could view it, so I didn't look at it.
I love being a sponsor. Pretty awesome.
I mean, I
It's
would.
quite cheap as well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it is. I would do it if
6
I,
months. It's not bad.
I watched
wasn't
their
lazy.
live stream last night. I gotta say, their intro song, best I've ever heard. Jizz in My Pants from Lonely Island.
Oh my god, really?
That was the intro song.
I
They just kept playing on a loop for like 10 minutes.
I love that song.
Well,
It's a good
what was
show.
that for? For the podcast?
Yeah, they haven't. They'll play an
In
intro
my
song
pa-
while they're setting up. It's great.
Oh, right, I see.
Dude,
Right, one of the reasons I became a sponsor was to watch the live streams, and I never watch the live streams.
Yeah, that'll happen.
It's on pretty late for me, though, to be fair. I think I've got to stay up till like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
usually I'll have work or something like that, so I'm like, nah.
Yeah, that'd be kind of crazy. I'm glad I'm in their same time zone.
Yeah, you guys are lucky.
The
How
goal.
much you guys? Well, how much are you paying, Tom, to
It's,
go to the RTX? Like flights, hotel, and all that.
I'm actually driving down. It's a 16-hour drive. I gotta get on.
Oh.
The nearest highway to me is actually the highway that'll take me straight to Austin, Texas. So it'll be a 16-hour drive on one road, more or less.
A 16-hour drive. Is that constant? Or
No,
with,
I'm splitting it up. I live in extreme northern Iowa, and so I'm splitting it up. 8 hours to Wichita is exactly halfway. Wichita, Kansas.
Yeah.
Staying there on the 3rd. Probably gonna go see Lone Ranger just because it looks awesome. And then the next day, finishing the trip to Austin, going to the hotel, checking in, getting registered for RTX, coming back to sleep, and then gonna go do some fan stuff. Like some of the fans are meeting up at the TGI Fridays in the hotel that I'm staying at, and then we're gonna watch the fireworks in the hotel.
There's fireworks in the hotel?
Well, like I think they
That
have a
doesn't
roof
sound
pool
safe.
at the
It
hotel.
sounds
that I'm at,
incredibly safe. What are you talking about?
and so we're gonna watch it from the pool on the roof.
There's a roof pool?
Which I'm staying at the Radisson, which is like a block and a half from the convention center.
Nice.
It was not my decision. My buddy's mom decided to go ahead and pay for it all, and I wanted to stay at a Super 8, like 6 blocks away, which is way cheaper because I'm okay with walking.
Yep.
But
When it comes
I
to
got
money,
overruled.
you got to be okay with walking. So does that mean you got to pay all the extra then that you didn't want to really
yeah,
pay?
I had to pay for $17 a day parking, and which
That is kind of a dick move on your
pissing me
friends.
off.
On your friends.
He's trying to talk his mother into paying for that because it was her call, not mine.
Yeah.
Because we're going to split everything. Like, I'm getting gas there and back, and I paid for the tickets because the hotel is like $450 for 3 nights.
How much is all that gas? That's got to be a lot of gas for a 16-hour drive there.
My car can get like 32 on the highway.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
I figured if I did my mileage right, my math could be way off. I'm thinking I planned for 150 to 200 to get down there, which is way cheaper than flying.
Yep, cheaper than flying.
Yeah.
Still a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, but I mean,
You're saving money, so it's all good.
I definitely want to get down there this year because they have some great panels and stuff, and
That they do.
I'm gonna haul some scrap iron because I live on a farm and we have a lot of metal lying around from 60 years of farming. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna haul that in to make some extra money.
Sweet.
Yeah, gonna be awesome.
Money for gas.
Been a weird year for farming, but I don't want to get into that because most people probably find it boring.
Farming?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you something about that, actually. How would you compare, sort of, because I assume you've sort of grown up with the whole farming lifestyle kind of thing, yeah?
Yeah.
So how does that compare to when you went to college? And, like, did you live in a dorm? Like, did you live in
Yes.
the college, or...?
I lived in a
So
dorm.
so-
I went to a really small town. Like, my high school class had 23 kids.
Oh my god.
I got to do absolutely everything I wanted to. Like, I lettered in 5 sports on varsity. I was in like band, speech, my trial chorus. I did everything. I was in student government, stuff outside of school. I did everything I wanted. So when I got to college, I think I was more prepared than a lot of kids to handle myself, like in that
Yeah.
environment. I mean, I didn't have all the educational opportunities because we didn't have a physics program or anything at high school.
No physics program?
We did my senior year. It was kind of a joke. It was more of a build stuff and see if it works. Because it was me and 2 other farm boys in our physics program, and we were given projects like build a potato gun, which is now illegal.
Oh,
What?
what?
We built a potato gun for like
We built
4 weeks.
Our
A potato
school-
gun is illegal.
In certain places, because it is actually can be seen as a firearm, because it is it's a fuel source that if you shoot a potato in somebody's face, they're gonna be seriously fucked up.
You could shoot a water pistol filled with fucking
I've
acid
seen a
and
potato gun
that'll
shoot
hurt
a
someone.
2x4 through a barn wall, like a brick barn wall. Shot a 2x4 through it.
What?
Yeah.
How big are these fucking potato guns? The ones
Ours
I'm thinking of, they're like
was 8
fucking
feet
the size of your hand.
8 feet long?
What?
I mean,
Yeah,
I know
we
we
built
How is that a potato gun?
We built a stand for it so we could measure the trajectory of the potatoes when we launched them.
Did you launch like mortars or anything?
Yeah, we mortared them basically to figure out how much power it had, how far it shot the potatoes based on the weight of the potato, and a bunch of different things. We
God,
built a hovercraft.
that's gotta be so cool in Iowa. Like in California, we can't literally like shoot a BB gun in our backyard. Like
oh, that would
that-
suck.
wait.
I got like
That's illegal.
I was literally just shooting my guns the other day. Like I got a 243 rifle that I shoot coyotes with, which is awesome. Coyotes are a real bitch. But,
Right, I'm going to show you the type of spud gun that us in the UK get. This is the kind of shit we got to put up with. Some piece of shit metal thing, which you have a potato in your hand, and you just poke it into the potato, and that's your bullet. Right, that's all you got. So what are you making? You making like a trebuchet or something?
Dude, that looks
actually,
like
I have a buddy
quality.
who built a trebuchet. It's an 8-foot
God
trebuchet
damn.
that actually throws field rock.
God.
Yeah, my thing, I made it out of PVC piping. You guys know what that is?
Yep.
Okay. We made it out of that, and obviously you have a big end to hold the propellant and your actual potato when you get it down. And you have or not hold the potato, but that's where the propellant goes to fill it up. Then you have a coupling for a smaller piece, and that's where you go the potato down. So I can have full-size russets potatoes in the spud gun. And we used a grill lighter and like hairspray, some really flammable stuff. Spray it in the thing, seal it up on the end, hit the grill lighter, and that potato is freaking flying.
God.
Hang on, so what are you using to propel it? Are you using explosive, like, force, or are you using, like, sort of momentum, like, from a swing, like a trebuchet?
Oh, it's an aerosol, like, gas explosion.
What the fuck?
We shoot an aerosol can of hairspray in there, and then we use a grill lighter to give it a spark.
So it's mini
boom.
gunpowder.
Kinda. We had a design for one that included actual explosives, but obviously we were building it through school, so we couldn't do that.
If
I can
lived in
kind of
Iowa-
understand why they're banned.
Yeah,
If I
it's
sounds
lived in
pretty fucking
Iowa, I
dangerous.
would not be on the internet at all. Because think about all the crap you can do there. Honestly.
My school was very lax. We got to do a lot of things we probably shouldn't have. Like, I'd have been we had a kid, perfect example, living in a small town. We had a kid who had some shotgun shells in his coat pocket, which was in his locker. And it is hunting season.
As you do.
It is hunting season, he forgot him in his coat, because you get up to hunt like 5 a.m. sometimes.
Yeah, you just
And,
go
and he just went
before
straight to school.
Yeah.
What? The drug dog came that day to start going through lockers. Flipped shit at the gunpowder in the shells, right? Cop opens it up, calls the kid down. You hunting today? Yeah. Okay, take your coat up to your truck. All he had to do. No suspension, no detention, nothing.
What?
Yeah.
Bullets, literally bullets at my school would probably put you in jail.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming you live in a larger metropolitan area. Or do all of you live in a metropolitan area? City.
That kinda do. It's not really, I wouldn't call it big. It's just smaller area outside of a bigger area.
Like
And,
suburb?
like everything that's fun is illegal here, pretty much.
Ah, that sucks. My town that
I
I'm
live
nearest
in
to
a-
has 400 people.
Oops.
Wow.
Really? The city I live in has, well, according to Google, as of 2001, 324,800 people living in
Jeez.
it.
That's bigger than the biggest city in Iowa.
Really?
Holy crap. I don't know.
Right,
I
so
should probably
I can-
check Des Moines' population.
I didn't think it was that big, to be honest, but yeah, this is my city and I live it. Well, I say I live it. It's alright. Yeah. So
small
I
town.
already talked to this about this even before we started the podcast with you guys, but I wanted to really play The Last of Us quite badly, and my friend lent me a PS3, which was really nice of him, and it was the old the original fat PS3s, the fucking
Oh, yeah,
huge
the
ones, the ones
launch
that look like yeah, the ones that look like fucking grills. Yeah, he lent me one of those, and I was like, oh, this is pretty sweet. And my other friend lent me Last of Us, and I was over the fucking moon about it, because I've been playing, like, what was it, God of War 1 on it, and I was like, this is kind of gay. And then started playing Last of Us. Literally, probably 2 minutes in the game, like, the animations on the characters start fucking up, and, like, they're floating around when they shouldn't be, and there's no sound or anything, so I'm like, okay, this doesn't look good. So I turn it off, like, and it wouldn't turn off normally, so I had to go to the plug, turn that off, and then turn it back on. And I didn't know this, but PS3s don't like to be turned off improperly. And then I turn it back on, and it comes up with a little error message, saying PS3 wasn't turned off properly. Please allow us to reconfigure or some shit like that. So I was like, okay, whatever. And then I go to the dashboard, put the game back in, and it doesn't load. I was like, oh, that's not a good sign. So I tried
You
again.
have, like, a single tear coming down your face at this point. Like you're
Oh,
like,
no, yeah, I was sort of like internally raging, and my fists were clenched. I was like, come on, this cannot be fucking happening right now. And then, I tries the disc, wipes it, gives the PS3 a blow, down below, and sorted it out, put it back in, nothing. Tried another game, nothing. And now it doesn't fucking play DVDs. No discs, no fucking Blu-rays, nothing. It's fucked. It's done. And I can't even play possibly the best game of the year, and it's in my fucking hands right now. Listen to it. I can't even fucking play that. But I'm over it.
That is extremely frustrating.
Oh yeah. I really want to play it as well. I really want to play it. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm still like forever deep in my Skyrim playthrough.
That's fine.
Hey,
poor sort of
I just got the Legendary Edition, so I'm replaying for the achievements.
No,
that I didn't get
pause
the
you
first
said.
time.
I'm
And,
deep in my Skyrim.
Hey,
Oh. I'm deep in your Skyrim. How about
I get it now.
hey, it fits with the title of the podcast. I like it.
that?
That's interesting.
Weird. Let's see, what else is on my note list? I think I've been through all my notes on my list.
I can
Talk
give
about
one
the
of mine.
Superman celebration?
Actually, no, you did not. Go
I
ahead.
did not.
No, come on.
Oh, yeah.
No.
So, I mentioned earlier that I went to the Boba Fett meeting in Cedar Falls. The weekend before that, I went to Metropolis, Illinois, which is extreme southern Illinois, for those of you who know U.S. geography. 7 miles north of the Kentucky border. It's on the route to Nashville if you're going from St. Louis, if you know that area. Which
I am
none of you on
completely
here
lost.
probably do.
Nope.
But so we're going. That's an 8-hour drive for me, and I went with some buddies, and we got there. They have a Smallville celebration, like Q&A stuff. They'll bring in people from the different shows and movies and do Q&As and autograph signings and a fan film contest and a costume contest, which was a $1,000 grand prize this year. And
Wait, what happened?
my buddy didn't enter because he was throwing up. He's got an $1,800 Batman suit. It's a replica of the '89 Batman. And it's almost movie quality. We'd have probably won if we were in it, because I have a Jim Gordon costume. Because I can grow a mustache pretty awesomely. Well, we went there, and I met Michael Rosenbaum, who played Lex Luthor, and in my opinion, the best live-action Lex Luthor of the three main
That was the one from the
done it.
Smallville,
Smallville.
series, was he?
series.
He was
and
awesome. Yeah, I really liked him, actually. He was really
He
good.
is a cool dude, and he's hilarious. Like, he walked around the crowd during the Q&A, and, would get right in people's faces when they were asking questions and stuff. He was cool.
Was he doing, the whole Lex Luthor sort of thing, or was he just being funny about it?
He was just being funny about it, and because he's actually he does a lot of stuff like producing and directing and stuff. I didn't know he was in Hit and Run, which came out last year, which is a fairly big movie. I didn't know he was in it.
I don't even know what that is.
It was a comedy that came out. I also met. Anyone on here watch Battlestar Galactica, the remake?
No.
I haven't seen it at all.
Well, one of the main characters is Felix Gaeta. He's kind of like the science guy on the show, and he was on Smallville as Dr. Emil Hamilton. And I met him. His name is Alessandro Giuliani. Another cool guy. And got some pictures with him, and they're up on my RT page, Mr. Warburg. Check it out. Let's see. Also met Margot Kidder, probably the bigger name. She was Lois Lane in the 4 Christopher Reeve Superman films.
That is awesome.
Yeah. She was I didn't realize she had some major health issues. Like the day before she came, she really hurt her hip, so she couldn't stand up or anything.
Did she get railed hard?
She's 64.
Yeah, she got railed pretty hard.
Jesus.
I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
not
like
by
that-
Christopher Reeve.
I like that one.
My
Yeah,
God,
she
bless
actually
his
got
soul.
asked that question, what was it like to make out with the guy? Because it was
Oh
a
right,
fan
I thought it
Q&A
was
session,
like a railed.
and she was like, "Yeah, he was kind of a shitty kisser."
Oh,
Like, huh? I like the candidness. Didn't need to know
I
that,
guess he
but I like the
guess he-
candidness.
didn't have the legs for it. Oh,
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah. So it was a good trip.
Too much.
Got some ideas for making a fan film contest, or entering some fan films. I'm gonna make an X-Ray and Vav fan film for next year. I'm excited. It's gonna happen. X-Ray and Vav.
No, I'm not laughing at you. Sorry, Tom. I'm not laughing at you. This is video I'm watching. It's pretty fucking weird.
What is it? Dude, have you seen Pee on Your Butt by College Humor?
I'm gonna describe it to you. Basically, there's a fucking Russian guy. Of course he's Russian, and he's in the middle of a field, and there's a fucking bear. I'm gonna link you guys to it so you can watch it later. But basically, there's a random bear, a wild bear. He walks up to it and he starts doing fucking tricks with it. And then he pulls out a fucking patio plastic chair and the bear sits on it. And fucking, like he's taking a shit. And he puts a trumpet in his mouth. This is so fucking weird. You gotta watch this. It's so fucking
That
weird,
sounds
man.
crazy as hell.
Mi
It's
nombre
fucking
Pav. Mi nombre
Yep.
Pav nope.
So, Russian, but with Spanish titles.
Maybe I read it wrong.
No,
The top comment's like, it's normal for Russia, so I assume it was
Russian
Russia. I don't know.
language. Looks like a Russian
don't know.
dude in the video.
Well, it looks like
No, that's
Russia.
Spanish.
This is great
It's
for our
Spanish
listeners.
title.
But yeah, you gotta watch that video. That's
Yeah.
gonna have to go in the link to.
Well, we'll put a link
Right.
on our. We have a. Oh yeah.
In the link dump. I
Reference
got
to
you
that,
guys.
we have a group.
I got you, viewers. I know. I'm gonna put it all in when I do my stuff.
The bear's
It'll be
just
all
like,
in that link
YOLO,
dump.
gonna do a barrel roll.
The bear
barrel
totally
roll.
does a barrel roll.
Always reminds me of the N64
Oh, dude.
Smash Bros.
Star Fox. Oh, right. Well, it's in Smash Bros, is it?
No, in Smash Bros, yeah, the character is, and then when you like, so
It's
when
like
you're-
do Star Fox's moves, eh?
you can do a move, and it'll say do a barrel roll like over and over and over again, like do a barrel roll. It'll
Dude,
keep saying that.
Dude, the guy in this
Yeah.
video looks like Robin Williams.
Good shout.
I haven't
shout.
seen Robin Williams in anything except that new Snickers commercial he was in. You guys seen that one?
Oh, it sounds like he's gone downhill.
It's one of
Oh,
those like,
dear.
if you don't eat Snickers, you're not yourself kind of things.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know.
But it's like him as a
Oh.
football coach, and he's a great line. He's like, "Coach, what are we gonna do?" "Well, I'll tell you what we're gonna do." It was a great line. Good Robin Williams line.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
What?
My favorite comedy bit is probably his Live at New York. That was like '04, before he went to rehab, and it was.
He went to
amazing.
rehab?
Yeah, he had a cocaine problem. Either cocaine or heroin. I
Robin
believe.
Williams.
Yeah, I believe he had some drug issues.
Flubber.
Machine Hook.
Yeah.
But Robin
That's a good point.
Williams is saint. Everybody knows that.
He's the genie.
I've never known about his personal background or anything. I only know him from his movies. That's pretty weird, though.
Secretly a woman. It's great.
Well, I watched that '04 film after I found out that he had substance issues. I can totally see it. He was so off the wall.
Dude,
Before.
speaking of Robin Williams, have you seen the Mrs. Doubtfire, the horror version of the trailer?
What?
It's
No,
like
that
Mrs.
sounds
Doubtfire
interesting.
cut to be a horror film in the trailer.
Has it got really fucked up music as well?
Cool.
Some crazy
Yeah, it's
sinister music.
awesome.
Like.
It's really funny.
Doubtfire.
Wow.
It'll be in
I
the
actually
link
kind of
dump.
want to watch this now.
That's like the first thing that comes up on the YouTube search.
That was a good movie too.
It was a good...
I didn't like it. I thought it was
I
very
loved it.
overdone.
This is awesome.
Yep, 4 seconds in, I can really tell what they've gone for you. That's pretty cool.
All right, we'll have to link that too.
Oh my
I'll
god.
yeah.
be in the link dump. I got you guys listening. I got you. These videos you're watching while recording, it's gonna be great.
All right.
Oh, no, yeah.
Quick shout out to our internet page. We actually have a group on the Rooster Teeth site for the RT listeners. Trying to look up the name because there's 2 different groups. I don't know why he made 2.
I thought there was only one.
He actually made a just a tip group, but nobody's in that one. Everybody's in the Transmission Inbound
I think-
podcast group.
I think the
Oh
other
wow,
one
you know
made
what?
on
I never,
accident,
you know what? I didn't get the just a tip until right now. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So our name is Transmission
Penis.
Inbound Podcast. Just the tip.
Just the transmission inbound. Okay,
Yep.
Okay.
Just the tip.
just got that like 2 seconds ago.
That was a zinger for the entire name of this podcast.
Yeah.
God.
So if you search Transmission Inbound Podcast on the RT site, you'll find our group. You can join, and we'll probably have a forum thing set up. And do you guys like to talk about what we're going to do in the future?
I will talk about the group for a second. What I'm going to do is the forums, when whoever editing this is done, I'll get the download link for the actual podcast with everything synced up and everything cut out that needs to be cut out or whatever. And I'm going to put the download link in a forum topic within the group, and I'm going to have the link up written down in that. Also, the podcast is I'm going to try and get it on iTunes, which might take a little while, because I need to buy an iTunes gift card for dumb reasons. And then, it's also going to be on YouTube with some, eye candy. If we're talking about, say, a video like we were talking about earlier, like the bear thing, that'll be
Just some
showing
sort
up
of
while
relevant
you're
image or
watching it.
something. I think YouTube's the best option at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah, it's going to be on
so
YouTube.
Who's,
It's
whose
easy, it's
channel
free,
would
it's
it be?
cheap.
I'll just put it on mine for now, and then maybe later I'll make thing just for the podcast, depending on it now. Like for now, I'm just gonna put it on my channel, and then if depending on what goes where, I'm probably gonna start putting on its own channel, which I might actually do for episode 1. It all depends.
Yeah,
on
I like
if
that.
Google fix it. So yeah.
I think, is this the actual, the second first official pilot?
Yeah, that's a really
Technically
good way to say what
it's
happened.
Technically, the third
Yeah.
first official pilot.
Oh yeah, sorry, the third first official pilot. That's what will have to be the name of this. Third
Yes,
first official pilot.
That's going to be our tagline. I like that.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh
Because-
man, this Delphar trailer is killing me.
I'm
Still
definitely going to
watching
have to
it.
watch this.
It's the best
I'll
thing.
watch it after it's done. This is-
So has anyone got anything else to talk about now, or are we all talked out?
I have a story that I can tell. It was
Go for it.
so... Okay.
Story time with Johnny. Let's do
Oh.
this.
Okay, sit down, children. Gather on the fire.
Can
bring
we
up
have
some chocolate
popcorn?
Milk.
I want popcorn.
I want a pizza.
Well,
I want cookies.
get a job. You
Can we have
hippies,
brownies?
Get your own food.
Anyone got some crack?
Robin Williams asked. You get your
Uh,
Williams.
Way to bring it around. I like it. All right,
Okay.
story time. Let's go.
Okay. Okay, so like, I believe it was last year. I was just like casually. I walk home from school alone because I don't have friends. So
Oh,
Aww.
That's cool.
I just walk home. I was walking home from school and it was like hot. And I was like, oh man, I'm thirsty. I don't really know why, but I got Mountain Dew and I hate Mountain Dew, but I bought it anyways.
you hate Mountain Dew?
This is
Because
blasphemy.
YOLO.
I hate you.
I do not like I think Dr Pepper's the best soda ever. But yeah, I got Mountain Dew. I really don't know why. And then I was walking out with the Mountain Dew in my hand, and I was just like, I was drinking and like going about my day. And these 4 white dudes and like a BMW Beetle, like
A BMW Beetle.
yeah,
Volkswagen.
it was
VW
it was
Beetle?
interesting. Yeah,
BMW Beetle.
Oh,
I didn't know they had those.
yeah, you know the punch buggies.
Oh, that's a Volkswagen.
Yeah, VW.
VW.
Anyway, carry on.
Right, anyway, like there were 4 white dudes in there, and they're like 20 something, so I want to assume early 20s, maybe like 19, 18. And there's like, they come like screeching, like they were speeding on like a pretty busy street. And I hear them yell for the car, hey, something I'm not going to say. I'll tell you guys, maybe I'll type it in the Skype call. It's a very bad word.
Oh,
I'll
who
just roll with
cares?
it. Our name
Is it
is
a
just
derogatory
I can't
It's
say-
not a
I'm not
travel
gonna- no,
friendly
it's-
podcast, you know that,
It's
right?
not something
okay,
I don't
that's
even
a
like
little
saying.
borderline. I can
Yeah,
see,
exactly.
I see what you mean.
That's
So-
more than a little borderline, I'd say.
Yeah, that's why I'm not gonna say it.
Let's
So
just
they call me
say,
that.
let's just say it is
No.
not
It's a bad
in
word
context.
for a certain
It's not a
sect
good
of people.
word for us. It's not
Yep.
a word.
All right,
So they
moving
call
on.
me a bad name that I'm not gonna repeat, and tells the whole me to set that liquor store over there. So at this point, I was like, what just happened? So I started walking faster, and eventually, I go behind like, cause I live in like a mobile home complex. There's like a fence you walk into, and you can turn left to just go forward. I turned left. That's like the only time I've ever done it. Like behind the fence. And I'm like from behind over the other fence, I assume like, oh, we lost the kid. And I was like, oh my god, they were chasing me. So I just like book it all the way home, and that's it.
So you got chased in town. That's great.
Dude,
yeah.
that reminds me, like, okay, so one day I was just going to, it was band practice or something like that, and we were just driving along and we saw these 2 Hispanic people on either side of the street, and one of them had a soccer ball, and they were kicking it across the street, and this was like, this probably had 3 or 4 lanes on each side of the street, so this was a major street. This was like, it's like Oceanside Boulevard or something like that. And they just kicked it across the street, and then they didn't care, so they kicked it, and then like, this guy, he looked like, he was the bald, he had the tattoos, he looked like a mean person, and he was just driving by, and they kicked the car, and it hit the window of his truck.
Ooh.
I didn't
my
see
God.
the rest, but because I had to go to practice, but,
I could imagine that ended badly.
yeah.
Wow, that's
So I had a friend's dad. His car got hit by a snowball and it was more of like an ice ball. He had a brand new car, like it was a 2011, I think, a Buick something. So he got out, chased the 9-year-olds down, like they took off, and he's like 60. He's an older
Chase the
gentleman.
9-year-olds
Yeah,
he
down.
busted ass, and he caught him, and he like picked them up and hauled them to because he knew the kid, because it's a very small town. So he like picked them up and like carried them to the parents' house and said, "Tell them what they did wrong," and then he just went and got back in his car. Yeah.
Wow.
The
It was
parents
pretty
were like,
extreme.
nice
Chase the
job.
9-year-olds down. That's fucking
I mean,
awesome.
that's something you just don't do. I mean, like, 'cause you don't know, like, what's in, like, a snowball. Because, like, I've had a nail in a snowball that hit me.
Just
Yeah.
ow.
Yeah, and you wouldn't want
that
that hitting a
doesn't sound good.
car.
I'll be back.
That would not be good.
No.
No.
But
We just lost someone.
what just happened?
Jeremy
so.
I think Jeremy went AFK. He turned his mic off or something.
Oh,
He's got a bug out.
Huh?
Bugging
no, he
out.
just turned his mic on 'cause he had to go do something. Anyway. Yeah, we'll just keep going, I guess. for now,
well,
'cause
actually,
he's
we're coming
back.
up on an hour, so we could wrap it up.
We're
We're about right at an hour, actually. Now that I look at the
Probably
times.
wait for Jeremy to come back, though.
Wait,
It's about,
what?
Like an hour and one.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I've got a little story as well anyway.
Alright,
Well, I say
let's do it.
story. I just got like something I
Okay, I'm
want to
back.
tell guys. Basically, because I was stupid and when I was in school, I kind of left when I was about 19 or so, because I know you guys have the different school system to here, but basically over here, you sort of compulsory school education's up till you're 16, and then you can choose to stay on in the same school till you're 18, like stay on for another 2 years and do A-levels and then go to university, or you can just leave and go to work or whatever. So I chose to stay on for like 3 years because I fucked my first year up, so I had to redo it again. And then I sort of just quit in my third year. I was like, fuck this, I'm done. So I was like, working full time would be great. And it wasn't. And so I've sort of recently, I say probably like February, I sort of reapplied. I applied for like university, and just the other day I got accepted, and my finance is all sorted as well. My loans and stuff like that was all gone through great. So I just need to wait till September, and I can go to university. I'm really looking forward to it.
Nice.
I know. I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
So, like, how does your university financing system work? Like, for me, to go to a year at college, I recently graduated, 4-year college, it ran me $35,000 if I'd paid it all straight up. Like, I had loans and scholarships and stuff, so it wasn't that much.
35,000 for 1 year.
To 1 year. That was the straight tuition rate. Like, at a private
What
institution,
the
there's a
fuck?
discount rate. Like, they don't say that. It's kind of like a price war, because if college is cheaper, it's generally seen as shittier.
Yeah.
So people don't go to it. So that the prices keep having to go up, but the discount rates go with, especially at privates, because they have endowments to give out scholarships to a lot of students. And
Yeah.
So how much would it cost for you to go to a year there?
Well, compared to, I know America's ridiculously expensive for their education, but over here, literally, I think the whole tuition for 1 year is 7,500, and half of that is being paid off by my Welsh Assembly government anyway, because I'm a Welsh student studying in Wales, so half of that I don't have to pay back. So I'm only paying back, 3,700 and something a year. And I'm doing it for 4 years as well. So it's cheap as fuck compared to you guys in America. God.
Our community colleges in Iowa that I have, one near me, is about that much for a year too. But that's only a 2-year college, and it's meant for like people going to get their automotive, like to be a mechanic and stuff.
Yeah, like the university I'm going to as well is like the I'm pretty sure it's like the number one or one of the top. No, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the number one computing, like not specifically computing, but the computer central like studying place in the UK, and it's that cheap.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
It's a heck of a
ridiculous.
deal.
Like my brother's
man,
going
I know.
to UCSD. He's going to be a doctor. UCLA, same thing. UCLA, UCSD, same thing. Anyway, yeah, his tuition. How much is tuition for a year, Dad? Yeah, it's probably going to be something like, I don't know, 40,000 maybe.
Was he going to
For a year?
a graduate degree? Like he's in graduate school?
I don't know.
Because there's undergrad, which is your first 4 years, give or take, and then there's you graduate and then you go to like a master's, like doctorate program.
No, I think you can skip the masters.
Well, he doesn't have a master's. He would need an actual like MD degree.
Yeah, I think he's going for that. I don't know how the whole system works, but yeah, it's going to take him a ton of money.
Yeah, and like 7 years to be a full
Why do you guys
specialist
even go
doctor.
to university for that expense, like that much money? That is insane.
Because it's a good education.
And
Yeah, but that's also like £500,000 worth of fucking debt.
well, actually, my debt was $25,000 after 4 years. So
I thought it was 35,000 for 1
that's
year.
to go straight up if I paid all cash on my own.
Yeah.
Because of scholarships and loans, my scholarship was $15,000 a year each semester,
Damn.
I think. Or was it
How many
15,000
semesters
for
do you have
both?
in a year as well? Is that
Two.
like 3
So it was
semesters? or is it?
15,000 for
right.
2 semesters.
Okay.
And my college actually had a May term where we took one class in the month of May, and it was one class a day, and then you got the rest of the time to be in Iowa in May, which is like the best time to live in Iowa is May.
Why?
Because it's the best weather. It's like always nice, always like 70 to
Always
around
70.
no humidity, just really great time. And it's
Man.
spring. You know,
I'm
baseball
lucky to
started.
live where I live.
Spring is awesome in Iowa.
70 is cold for us.
Yeah, 70 is like perfect for me. And springtime in Iowa is pretty nice. I wish it was like that year round. In May, it can get close to 80 some days, but it usually doesn't.
Should live in California. It's awesome.
I would like to live in extreme northeast California.
Northern
past the
California is
mountains.
a loser.
You guys should
Because-
try living here.
That's the same temperate
fucking
zone
cold.
as Iowa. I would never want to live in the UK.
Yeah, at the moment it is 48 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow.
48
Yeah.
degrees
Cold.
Fahrenheit.
What was that?
That's cold. Would you guys?
This
do
is
you
a
guys,
warm summer's evening as well.
Do you guys get a lot of? You part of that gets a lot of rain?
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yes, we get a lot of fucking rain.
Because like what Iowa gets for rain is about all I need. Like this year, my buddy's pond is like 10 feet above where it normally is.
It
Just
usually
from rain.
rains where I am about, 30 times a year.
We actually have
That's something I would like.
plant crops this year because it's been too wet to actually plant fields, which is a pain in the ass because that's a lot of money you're not making. But
Yeah.
that's for another topic. So we are
Another
well
time,
over an
another
hour at
topic.
this point.
Yeah.
Do
Do you guys want to close it now?
About 10.
I know we
Close
haven't
it
got
now. Are there any other announcements? I kind of wasn't there when you guys announced.
We've talked about the group. We talked about possibly putting it on YouTube. And the rest of the stuff, I mean, we're still in progress on figuring out those little details. So there's nothing really to announce yet.
We'll have to
Well, I
cut
have
this
one
little
thing.
bit out of the.
I have one note
Also,
to announce about the
we
question.
need to announce to people, like, this is the same setup 2 weeks in a row. We need
Yeah.
more people because
We need
so many people want to
organisation.
do it. But the thing is, everybody says they want to do it, and then they're never around.
And they just
when
don't
it comes-
bother. Yeah.
They don't bother. So I mean, if you don't have the time and you can't do it at 5:30 PST on Tuesdays, then say so.
5:30 p.m. PST.
Yeah, 5:30 p.m. PST.
5:30 a.m. would be a little crazy.
Yeah.
Are we cutting
I
this
could
little
do
bit
it.
out as well? Or are we going to leave this
Okay.
in?
Well, yeah, we're leaving it in.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We haven't
'cause-
finished
Alright.
the podcast yet.
Yeah,
It's
we're
still
about
going
done.
on.
We're literally
Okay.
wrapping up. We're just talking
Okay.
to we're talking
do
to our
the outro as
listeners
well.
right
Talking to our listeners.
now. They're soaking in our awesome.
Oh, I thought we were just talking amongst ourselves. Okay.
That's right, you listener. We're talking to you.
just drink it in your
I
ear
love
hole.
you. I don't know about these guys, but I personally love you. I'm ready for a committed relationship.
I just hope someone's
I don't
listening.
know
Only
about
if you're
committed.
Mormon.
I mean, I don't know if I'm feeling quite monogamous yet, but I'm getting there. I have deep-seated intimacy issues. I'm sorry.
I'm not Mormon, so I can't do that. But
Well played. Well played. Well, I think that's a wrap, gentlemen.
Oh, wait 1 second. I have a special announcement to make. Okay, so I set us up a sweet email,
Ooh.
where you can send us questions and we'll answer it at the end of our podcast. Or beginning, depending on whatever. We'll figure something out later. But you can send us questions. I can't believe I actually got this email at transmissioninbound@gmail.com. And that's it.
okay, wait.
So it was
did we discuss-
transmissioninbound@gmail.com, yeah?
Yeah, it will be in the link dump as well.
Okay, oh, sweet.
Also,
So what you guys
Whoops.
vote.
What's the whoops?
Nothing.
We didn't lose any audio,
I-
did we?
No, I just
Ah.
fired.
Okay.
again,
Okay, let's wrap
we're
this
gonna-
up
we're gonna
anyway.
Allow us to play you out. A little outro.
a little outro. Should we slowly get quieter and quieter?
Yes. Let's start talking in whispers.
Indeed. Bye, I love you people.
Indubitably.
See ya.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.